Hallihallo, ich bin Scaller und wir spielen weiter Yakuza Like a Dragon. Wir sind gerade im Gespräch mit den großen Dreien und hören uns jetzt gerade so ein bisschen an, was da passiert ist, warum sie so gelassen miteinander am Tisch sitzen und eigentlich ein Kaffeekränzchen führen, so wie Kasugas gesagt hat. Ja, dann will ich euch nicht weiter warten lassen. Wir schauen, wie es weitergeht.
Doesn't that mean the Seiryu clan is the real puppet master behind all this?
How do you figure that?
Mabuchi started forging Chinese yuan, sure. But only because of the counterfeit yen. I think I'm starting to figure all this out. The Liumang brings in the paper. The Komijul prints the bills. But then, the Seiryu clan keeps all the profit? Wait, are you all in this together?
Kasuga-kun, calm down. You're jumping to conclusions.
Because I'm pissed off right now. First I'm kidnapped, accused of being a Seiryu Yakuza, then blamed for being the spark that ignites a war, nearly killed over Nanba's thing. Now I'm here with the Ijing Three, who, by the way, don't even give a shit about the war! Tell me, why should I calm down?
Was nichts bringt.
And you with your damn Seiryu clan! You're the one getting the most out of this!
No, because we're not the final destination of the fake yen. That will be Yutaka Ogikubo's pocket.
Also doch.
Yutaka Ogikubo. I saw his name in an article. He's some big shot in the Citizens Liberal Party.
All three of you are working together to support him politically? Why?
Huh. Suddenly my history lesson seems relevant, doesn't it?
Fine, get on with it.
Ogikubo is the man who proposed making fake money in Ijincho. This was 60 years ago. He pitched the idea to the first Seiryu chairman and first Liumang boss.
A politician suggested committing federal crime to a bunch of gangsters? For real?
At the time, Ogikubo was only a member of the city council. But he saw the fights breaking out between the long-established Seiryu clan and the newly arrived Liumang. He understood it was, in essence, a turf war. Knowing that, he looked for solutions to stop the bloodshed, solutions that would save lives. And eventually, he managed to find an answer.
Fake money, of all things.
Industry. Which in this case is, yes, fake money. Ogikubo split the roles up evenly. That way, both organizations would have a common goal. The Liumang would import special paper, the Seiryu clan would print and transport the money.
How did Ogikubo know the counterfeiting process?
He didn't at first. But since he had faith in his plan and a desire for peace, he used every single connection he had to collect the raw materials, plus the recipe. Counterfeiting wasn't that difficult back then. Currency didn't have all the security features it has now.
It's only gotten harder over the years.
But anyway, after the first batch was printed, Ogikubo used it to bribe the cops.
The cops? Not the Seiryu clan or the Liumang?
There would have been no point in paying off those two. That conflict goes deeper. Ogikubo understood that.
Okay, but why give it to the police?
He wanted to control them, of course. In the blink of an eye, they became his loyal servants. That ought to surprise no one, given how corruptible law enforcement tends to be. Anyway, Ogikubo had his new minions in uniform crack down on one certain region of Ijincho.
Well, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Yeah, he was making the city safer, right?
And that was just a side effect of what he really wanted. To squash every attempt by the Seiryu to drive out the Liumang. All police resources were dedicated to that one goal. It created a tiny pocket of Ijincho that was essentially violence-free.
Well, I bet that worked out great for the Liumang.
Oh, and you're the sharp one, I take it. Yes. That zone became the Liumang's home. So there it was. A place controlled by a criminal organization, but with low crime. The first gray zone.
And the Seiryu clan just accepted that. Why would they give up their territory and all its income streams like that?
Because they were getting continuous payouts from the counterfeiting operation. And And that wasn't the only thing. Anytime one of us did something that normally would have landed us in hot water, Ogikubo would contain it. He kept it off police reports. That kept us from losing men to the law. So there were plenty of benefits for us, all while we kept our honor.
This Ogikubo's a pretty shrewd guy.
Nah. He just used some old tricks every politician knows.
Perhaps. But do you understand now how we benefit from him?
Yeah, I get it.
And my people reap those benefits also. In the 80s, the Komi Jewel was saved by the Ijincho Gray Zone.
How?
Our parent organization was the Jingon Mafia, which formed decades ago in Korea. Even only a few years ago, he was a body double for their leader. But every time the Jingon Mafia got crushed, some of its people would drift to Ijincho. My mother was one of those. I was young when she brought me here. Ijincho was a breath of fresh air after living so long under their ridiculous code. More and more people heard about the relief we found here, so more came. But then our safety was threatened by something else. As our numbers grew, so did our clashes with the Yokohama Liumang.
You started fighting them?
Not outright. Ogikubo stepped in. Right before a real war erupted. He brought us a proposal. That we take over the Seiryu's counterfeiting business. It was an offer of steady income and safe territory. How could we refuse? In return, we would perform the surveillance necessary to contain the secret. That's how we started to build a system that now monitors every inch of Ijincho. It became our way to contribute to the smooth running of Ijincho, alongside the Seiryu and Liumang.
So that's the origin story behind the Ijin 3.
Ever since, we've all supported Ogikubo, and he supported us in kind. He used the huge streams of money from us to secure his seat at the helm of the Citizens' Liberal Party. Now, no one in the cabinet can speak
Jetzt hat er
against
irgendwas
him.
gemacht, was
After
nicht so gut ist,
masterminding a
oder?
way to bring peace to the city, he moved up in the world. Well, there are worse ways to climb the ladder, but I can't condone it. It's still a cover-up.
Really?
So you would say even perfect results don't matter if the methods are flawed. What about the police themselves? What about their alliance with all the Yakuza which grew from the scorched earth of post-war Japan? Light and dark joined hands to rebuild, and that's how we got where we are today. Can't deny the ends justify the means.
Okay.
Well,
What does it even matter what happened? Who cares about that stuff right now? It's all in Ijincho's past. What we gotta think about is its future.
Darum geht's doch.
So why'd you call us here? What do you want?
Zeit herauszufinden, was die drei von Jichu mit uns
Your
und Nanba
friend
vorhaben.
Nanba-kun, during his search for his brother, spied on us and invaded our privacy. I assume he began with the fake bills because that was his brother's subject of investigation. But he was reckless, digging through Komi Jewel affairs like a rabid raccoon. Right from the start, he's refused to show any respect to the Ijin 3. Now he's seen the counterfeiting for himself, and we have no idea where he is.
We must ensure his permanent silence.
Why are you telling us this? You looking to make a deal for his life or something?
A deal? Kasuga, under most circumstances, all your lives would be forfeit. But I have some idea of how this fake bill ended up in your pocket.
What?
Huh?
You do?
Out of respect for this person, I will look the other way.
But who the hell was it?
If you really want to know, you'll have to bring Nanba to me. Personally.
We can't do that to Nanshan.
Sure is tempting.
Kasuga,
But I'll pass. Nothing I need to know so bad that I'd sell out a friend. So we done here?
You do realize, if word gets out about the counterfeiting, the Great Wall will crumble. And that means the end of the Gray Zone.
Yeah, that would suck. For you.
Look, the Great Wall keeps the peace with less than honorable means, sure. But it provides a safe haven for desperate souls with nowhere left to turn.
Stimmt.
Yeah, man, I get all that.
Well, here's what you don't get, you moron. When we say no one gets in, that includes the Tojo clan and the Omi Alliance. So see, if we're talking about people who owe their lives to the Gray Zone, you're one of them, Kasuga-kun.
What?
After you were shot, the only reason the Omi didn't finish you off is because you were inside the zone.
What are you trying to say? That I owe something to the city?
Ja.
Go ahead and act like you're above it all, but you've benefited from our operation as much as any of us.
Fine. Still doesn't mean I'm gonna sell out a friend.
Before you insist on that, I have something important to say.
Yeah, what?
We already have assassins hunting Nanba.
What the hell? Who's assassins?
Mine. Somebody had to step up.
That's stepping up in your book? Hunting an innocent man?
Unlike you, Kasuga, I don't turn down attractive offers. But don't worry. I told my guys to make it painless. But, my men have gotten a little rough lately.
You son of a bitch. Call him off!
No can do. I think one death for the sake of the whole city is worth the price.
What do you say to our offer now? If you refuse, Nanba will die.
But aren't you gonna kill him all the same if we bring him to you?
Instead of worrying about that, worry about getting to him first. Your clock's ticking.
Hey, we don't even know where to look.
I may have an idea.
Well, there you go. So, Kasuga, given all this, what will you do?
I mean, guess I'm rescuing Nanba from your stupid assassins.
Mich wundert es ein bisschen, dass die Gio und Mijul nicht wissen, wo er ist. Ich meine, die haben doch die ganze Stadt verkabelt. Nanba sitzt ziemlich in der Klemme.
Hey,
Wer hat dir denn die Blüte gegeben? Ich mache mir natürlich Sorgen wegen Nanchan, aber ich bin neugierig. Ruhig auch. Du willst wissen, wo Nanba-san jetzt ist, Kasuga-san? Hast du ihn schon gefunden?
No.
Ich sagte nur, ich hätte eine Idee. Sicher weiß ich es nicht. Aber die Yokohama-Limamann suchen ihn auch. Wo ist Nanba?
Yo,
Und wo ist Nanba dann? Nichts weist darauf hin, dass er Ichinju verlassen hat. Solange die Gio und Jul ihn im Auge haben, wäre das unmöglich. Könnte er zur Polizei gegangen sein? Ich glaube, das würde er nicht riskieren. Er kann nicht wissen, welche Polizisten den 3 von Ichi nahestehen. Tja, wo würde er denn hingehen?
Yes.
Wäre ich Nanba-chan, würde ich mich bei Bleach Japan am besten aufgehoben fühlen. Bleach Japan?
I see.
Ich verstehe. Es kann sein, dass sie bereits bereit wären, ihn zu schützen, ne? Oh Gott. Ich habe die Überwachung des Geschäftsstelle von Bleach Japan schon verstärkt. Wir haben ihn dort noch nicht gesichtet, aber möglicherweise ist er auch schon drin. Was sollen wir machen, Ichiban? Sagen wir erwischen Nanba und bringen ihn hierher. Was würdet ihr mit ihm machen? Das ist nicht meine Entscheidung. Aber wenn ihr nichts tut, werden die Auftragsmörder der Liu-Mang ihn am Ende erwischen. Das ist nur eine Frage der Zeit. Ja, ich glaube, wir haben keine Wahl. Vielleicht fällt uns noch irgendwas ein. Verdammt. Wir haben keine Zeit für sowas, Kasuga. Wenn wir ihn als erstes finden wollen, müssen wir vom naheliegendsten ausgehen. Wo ist die Geschäftsstelle von Bleach Japan? Das Hakuryu Building am Carriage Highway. Ihre Zweigstelle in Yokohama ist in der ersten Etage. Alright. Interessant. Also ich glaube, sie werden Nanba nicht töten, wenn sie ihn kriegen. Die wollen halt nur sicherstellen, dass er ruhig ist. Das heißt, vielleicht geben sie ihm Informationen zu seinem Bruder. Vorausgesetzt, es gibt gute Neuigkeiten über ihn. Ansonsten könnte es schwierig werden. Okay, wir müssen einmal quer durch die Stadt. Und hier gibt es sogar einen neuen Waffenladen. Da möchte ich als allererstes mal hinschauen. So. Ja, passt. Willkommen, willkommen. Okay, schauen wir mal. Schnappstock. Ein Stock für Säufer, an dem ein Flachmann befestigt ist. Das ist sehr praktisch. Oh, die Status-Updates kommen da drüben. Okay, die Waffe wertet Kasuga auf. Nochmal. Das Stahllineal wertet Erika auf. Das Schwert ist was für Dachi. Und dann haben wir hier noch ein schönes Upgrade für Sachan. Eine Peitsche. Wunderrobe. Okay. Die Stiefel. Und du. Und eigentlich gewinnt jeder was von denen. Okay, taktische Weste. So. Okay, wir haben viel Kohle ausgegeben. Wie viel haben wir noch? Nicht mal mehr 1 Million. Ich sehe schon, ich muss demnächst mal wieder ein bisschen Geld verdienen. Was wir auch mal wieder machen könnten, wäre so zwei Tests machen. Vielleicht, wenn wir das nächste Mal in der Nähe sind. Ja. Probieren wir noch unsere Ausrüstung aus. Wir haben hier ein paar bereitwillige Opfer gefunden. Offizier der chinesischen Mafia. So. So. Sehr schöner Schaden. Widerschwung. Auch sehr gut. So, vielleicht reicht das aus. Ja, nicht ganz. Okay. Oh. Du gehst auf den Koch, auf den Metzger. Nice. Danke. Danke. So, 2 Gegner haben wir noch. Im Idealfall jetzt nur noch einen. Ja. So. Jetzt zu dir. Na, schade. So stark. Passt. Ja, die neuen Waffen sind doch schon mal ganz schick. Machen auf jeden Fall gut Damage. I like. So. Schauen wir mal hier noch in das Viertel rein. Ist noch ein bisschen was zum Aufdecken von der Karte. Und noch eine kleine Schlägerei. Mr. Mayong. Okay, Mayong möchte ich jetzt nicht spielen. Also wir gehen jetzt hier raus. Na, schauen wir mal, ob wir von denen davon kommen. Ja, passt. Okay, das haben wir hier nochmal schön aufgedeckt. Ja, und dann würde ich sagen, schauen wir mal, wie es weitergeht im nächsten Part. Ich werde währenddessen jetzt, glaube ich, mal nochmal wieder so ein bisschen Geld verdienen. Und dann freue ich mich schon auf nächstes Mal. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, lasst ein Like und ein Abo da. Ciao, Agent.